Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make a very classic bread pudding.
Very simple, very easy to make, and it's so yummy. You'll be impressed.
So we've cubed bread over here. Now you can get any kind of bread, not the sliced bread that you make your toast out of, so anything that has a little bite to it and has a little chewiness to it. So we have used these hoagie rolls, and it's about 12 ounces is what we've used, and about 6 of those.
And basically what you do is you just cut it into large cubes like this. And it actually works better if it's a day old or 2 days old or so. Actually, back in the day, I think they made bread pudding when they had leftover bread to use it up because it was not good enough to consume by itself. But heck, it's a great recipe. So anyway, we cube it like this. Keep little large chunks so that they show up in the bread pudding.
So this is prepped. We're just going to keep it aside and work on the rest. So I have 7 large eggs that I have broken in a large bowl, obviously, and I'm just going to start whisking it.
And here's where the easy part comes in, is all of our ingredients except the bread just goes in there and we mix it. And that's it. So we have 1 cup of sugar here.
Now in India you get like very large grain of sugar, so just break that down and just pulse it or grind it down a little bit, because otherwise it's going to be a little grainy in your pudding.
Right, or a lot of elbow grease to get that to melt. And we have 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So 1 cup of heavy whipping cream.
So I'm going to just start mixing it.
And we also have 1 stick of butter that we've melted in the microwave. Now it's not super hot, but it's melted and it's actually just a little warm right now.
But just make sure you don't put in very hot butter in there, melted butter, otherwise you'll have scrambled eggs.
And we have about 2 cups of water, but the water is going to depend on the freshness of your bread. So the older the bread is and the more dry it is, you kind of need more water. We have 2 cups. I'm going to start with just about 1.5 cups, and we'll see where the bread fits in there. Good.
So once this is mixed in, we're going to add in the bread now, and I'll keep mixing it while Hetal's adding in the bread. So we're going to keep mixing it till the liquid part gets soaked in by the bread.
And you'll still see the bread in nice chunks, and that's fine. And some of the bread will break apart, and that's also perfectly fine. So meanwhile, we just wanted to mention that we do have our oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
180 degrees centigrade.
And it's ready for us. And we have a 9 by 13 baking pan right here. We're just going to lightly spray cooking oil in there so it doesn't stick.
Alternatively, if you want to put parchment paper, you can do that as well.
And we're going to pour this mixture into our greased pan. Now some people like to add raisins or some dried fruits in there as well, and that's optional. You can definitely do that if you like. Just spread it around till it evenly coats the bottom of the pan.
So it's going to go into the oven for 45 minutes in the middle of the oven, and after 45 minutes we'll give it a little toothpick test to make sure the eggs are cooked. Else we'll just cook it for just another 5-10 minutes more. So our bread pudding is out of the oven. Actually, it came out a little while back, and it was nice and bubbly and all the way up to there. And it did take 45 minutes. I did the toothpick test and it came out clean. Of course, it was a little wet, but it was not the raw wet. So we left it out for 5 minutes. Now, anytime you're making anything, puddings and desserts or anything, you need to let it set for a little while. You need to let the egg, cook all the way through. So look at it. Looks so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Love the colors.
See, this is the advantage of using a bread that has a little bit of a crust to it. Is exactly this reason, because the bread kind of lifts to the top from the eggs and then it browns beautifully, and your presentation is much better.
So we're going to cut it now.
Look at it. It's moist on the inside. It's crunchy, a little crispy on the outside. It's the perfect texture for bread pudding. So we have some homemade caramel sauce here that we made, and there's a video for this on ShowMeTheCurry.com, so please look for it. Homemade caramel sauce.
Right.
We're going to drizzle a little bit of this over the top.
That looks yum. So let's give it a try. Ah, look at that.
A little bit of that caramel sauce on there.
Mmm. Perfect. I get a little bit of bite from the bread which is a little crisper. So it has a little bite and it's just fabulous. The textures and the
Inside is like so just warm and
moist
and yummy. It's just perfect package here.
and the caramel sauce. Oh, awesome. So I think if you want to, make this something like this is like a perfect for like a large gathering. It's easy to make, right?
Yeah.
And it's a great make ahead also. So I think it's fabulous.
And even if you make it for yourself, you can easily store it, and you can even freeze it. Cut your portions into little single-serve portions and put a plastic wrap over it tightly, put it in a freezer bag, and it freezes beautifully. When you need it, you just microwave it, and it's ready to go in an instant. So while we're enjoying this amazing bread pudding, we just wanted to say thank you so much to Chef Arturo Salome, who shared this amazing recipe with us. So thanks a bunch for that.
So if you like this recipe and you'd like to see more from us, please don't forget to subscribe because it's absolutely free and you'll be the first one to know anytime we post a video.
Yep. So enjoy your bread pudding with the caramel sauce and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.